Hey everybody, it's Shake and Bake, and this is Gloria Victis tutorial number 2, and I'm calling this one First Steps. This is for you warriors who just arrived in Gloria Victis who've got no clue, and I'm hoping this is going to help you guys. This is my way to welcome you to the game, the community, and to support Gloria Victis. All right, my first tutorial is user interface. If you've not watched that, I recommend you watch that first before you watch this one. Okay, and this one we're going to talk about basically getting you going. You just got into the world. This is what it's going to look like. If you're Izmir, it'll look like this. If you're a Midlander, you're going to be spawning in this, we'll call it a castle, I guess, or town over here. But what I tell you, this is going to apply for the Midlanders as well. First thing you need to know getting in here is pull up your inventory, is your hotbar. Make sure you put your weapons and shields down in your hotbar before you get going down here. We'll put some stuff down here, get our axe down here, and let's get our shield down here as well. You're going to need those there for when you are traveling. And that's how you're going to bring those weapons up, is with your this hotbar, the hotkeys here, 1, 2, 3, 4. As many as you want down there. Also, if you've got some food as well, food or items that are going to replenish your health and stamina, you're going to want to put those down there as well. And I don't think I do right here. So we'll put this down here. This is going to do nourishment. It's a beet, health regen plus 11. So you've got other things like that. Here's another one, some honey. We'll put that down as well, and that is going to do is for health regen plus 15. You can hit those in the middle of combat, whatever, to help with regen, and if it's for stamina regen. So that's how you do it. Make sure you got that set up before we get going. All right, next thing we're going to talk about is the mini map at the top here. You're in this town, right? You're like, what do I go? What do I do? We're going to zoom in, right? There's this little arrow. That's you. And right to the right, you see this green chest. Those green chests, what they represent is basically storage for you as a player. And they are in different locations in the world, again, indicated by that green chest. Now, you can see I got a bunch of stuff. For a new player, I wouldn't normally have this. This is stuff from my other player that's carried over. Your stuff will carry over between players and between servers. Yours probably will have one slot. You're probably going to get a bag to add items to it. You can craft those bags, buy those bags, or you can get them from other people, your friends, or buy them. So basically, here's your storage, your inventory. You can drag between the two. You also can take your money and store it here as well. That way, if you get attacked out there, PvP, someone can't steal your money. So that is important to know. Okay, so that's the chest, green icon. Let's go ahead and see what else we can find out here. Let's talk about merchants from this area, and even in the Midlander town square. Again, let's go up to our map up here, and you'll see, I'll zoom in here a little bit, guys. There's the arrow. You see to the left here, it says food. There's a little shield with looks like a sword on the front of it. These represent NPCs in the world. Here's another one here, weapons. Here's armor. So they represent merchants. You can come up to these guys and you can show me what's in your stock, and they're going to have a whole bunch of different things depending on what kind of merchant they are and where they're located, which town, which stronghold. Some of the strongholds, they will offer more rare, unique items you can get. So go through here if you want to buy something. Like here's a bag, only 4 slots, but you just double click it and you just bought it. Then I can come over here, right click. If I want to sell it, I could sell it back just like that. Repair, come up, hit all if you want to repair everything, what's in your backpack or what you have equipped. You could do that. All right, let's close that out. Just hit escape if you need to. So that's it starting out right there. And let's move down to show you next another icon on the screen that you're going to get very familiar with, and you need to. And this has to do with crafting. And we're going to come over here right at the top. You see those little hammers? Flushing beam, sawdusting barrel. That is how you're going to find crafting areas within the world, especially the main town, is by looking for those hammers and then kind of mousing over them and seeing what they are. Later in another tutorial, I'll talk about crafting and why it's so important to pick the right crafting station to craft in. And like here it is, I hit my E key, sawdusting barrel, tailoring, and leather working. So those are all over the place as well. And again, they show up by that little hammer icon that I showed you. All right, we're going to head out now. I'm going to show you something else. Now, what I advise you to do starting out is learn the town. Find out where the merchants are at. Find out where the crafting stations are. Get familiar with that. Get your inventory put together. And your storage inventory, all of that together first, and then we're going to head out. And I'm going to show you something you're going to want to do. You see around the Izmir camp, these blue circles, these are called range of ongoing events. You're going to have those around Midlanders encampment as well if you're a Midlander. But you'll see it says help the farm workers with crops, southern route, and then where are the stolen goods. All right, these are the things you're going to want to start out with, are these global type events here, range of ongoing events. I mean, because they're going to help you level up. Let's get our axe out there. They're going to help you level up. They're going to help you unlock items, rewards, and it's awesome and it's fun. It gives you something to do, and you're going to be able to do it. You're not going to want to go. The farther you go out from this main encampment, right, the tougher it gets against NPCs, and you're not going to want to do that. So we're going to head out, and you can see the top right, there's these arrows pointing this direction. How you doing, stranger? That means in this direction is going to be those range of ongoing events. We're almost there. And how you know you're in the right zone, right area, is you see at the top right this blue ring. I will zoom out. You see these blue rings right here? Inside those blue rings is where that event is basically happening. So you want to get in that blue ring. Here we go. We're inside of it now. Where are the stolen goods? Scouts report that thieves have hidden stolen goods in the chest near an abandoned house on the hill. We need to restore them, to restore the goods stolen by the thieves. And I'm guessing this is going to be this chest right here. And we're going to take this guy on here. This guy's only a level 2. So being a level 2, I'm not going to have any issue. Hit E to loot him to take these guys out. I will talk about combat in another tutorial, guys. But I will just tell you quickly, you see the white dot in front of me? If I point to the right like this and click my left mouse, it's going to strike from the right. This is going to strike from the left. If I aim right at his crotch or gut, it's going to be a thrust. And over his head is going to be an overhead strike. So why don't we do that right now? I just know that does the most damage for this weapon. But I'll talk more about combat in another tutorial. Get you started. Here we go. Let's get that. We're getting there. So you can see over here, we're doing this quest line. And again, I encourage you starting out to do this. And I'll show you some other things you can do as well. Those guys are asleep on the job. Let's get another one right here. Almost there. And I'll show you what happens and why you should be doing these. And this is cool. When I started in this game, they didn't have all this kind of cool stuff you can do. And I'm so glad they've added this stuff in. All right, here we go. Let's go this one. Okay, so now we did it, right? And you can see, let's kind of go down this way, guys, because I want to show you something else. You can see, actually, let's get this back out because we're going to do a little bit of a tree gathering. I'm going to show you that. But you're going to hit your Z key and come over here. Get rewards. Yes, we got something. And what's cool, you get a pick from these items. And I'm going to go with that clan leather helm because it's a +3. And I'm going to talk about crafting here in another tutorial and explain all the plus numbers and what those mean. But this two-handed 97.2 damage, that is pretty beastly right there. This is a +3 shield. It's a nice looking shield. This weapon, though, I think we're going to go with that actually and get rewards. Now we've got that. Now look at the bottom right. We got some more goodies coming up here. I got a passive ability, 2 points. You know, you can hover over these and they tell you what they do. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that right now. I'll do that another time. And then hit the plus key. I got 10 points to spend on attributes. And you're going to learn over time where you want to spend these. But I'm just starting out here and I like to spend them evenly. And we're going to hit accept right there. Awesome sausages. We got this weapon now. And it's a two-handed 84 damage. And then we got this for 97.2. We're going to drag that down here. And I'm going to bring that up by selecting that hotkey. F to put the weapon away, F to bring it back. Remember, hit that tilde key if you want to scroll around. Look at that, looking awesome. In fact, let's get a screenshot of that because that just looks so good. I'm going to hit my F6 key to get rid of the screen stuff to get a better screenshot. Just so you know, that's another little trick you can do. Let's turn him back around. Tilde key. Oh, yeah, looking good. F12, we got us a nice screenshot there for a thumbnail. Okay, let's go ahead and bring that stuff back up, guys. Let's go ahead. I'm going to show you now the other things I want you to do when you're starting out around your main area where you spawn. Let's take care of this guy real quick. And that is to gather resources. Now let's loot these guys. And this is the way you can get currency is off the NPCs. Farm a lot of these NPCs. Kill them. You know, don't go too far out. The farther you go out, the higher the numbers go. But in this game, you don't go up to trees and try to chop them down. You're going to want to look for fallen trees like this. Kind of come up to it, hit E, and then you're going to go through a chopping animation. And here's another quest right here we could do. We clear these trees out. And again, they're popping up all around here. Do these things, guys. This is how you're going to level up and get some sweet gear. And then as you get better and more experienced and bold, you're going to venture out into this world. I'm going to talk about that in another tutorial about PvE, PvP, crafting as well. In other tutorials coming up. Okay, guys, I hope this has helped you. I hope you're enjoying these tutorials. Homeboy is messing with the wrong guy. And I hope that, like I said, you're enjoying these. I hope they're helpful. Comment below if there's other things you want to see. But again, what is coming is basic combat, PvE, PvP, and also I'm going to talk about strongholds and how you take them and how you reinforce them. Cheers, peace, guys, from your fellow warrior in Gloria Victis. Shake and bake. Until next time, take care.